HSP presents The Pulse. And now with your hosts, Dr. Quack and the important one, Mr. Mayhem.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You know, it's just me. I'm the important one, Mr. Mayhem. Welcome to The Pulse. We're going to be talking about all things the Crucible Challenge.
Yeah, sometimes I think that I'm unstoppable. Yeah, ready to go, man, lock and load. That's right, I swear to God that I could drop you, bro. Yeah, I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable.
That's right, folks. As you just saw there, the Crucible Challenge. Coming up May 12th, we're going to have some great matches there. And as you saw, Hollywood Haywood defending his title against Damian Cross is our main event. But we're going to talk about some other matches here. So let's bring some people on here. Unfortunately, Promo Damas, he's unavailable. He's out training for his gauntlet match. He's on a tour taking on various debates, practicing and honing in on his skill. And obviously, he really wants to win that. So we're going to bring in somebody else who's here. Intern Kyle, how are you feeling?
Well, dude, it's not as bad as it looks, bro. Knee's kind of banged up there, but yeah, I'll be fine. I'm on a lot of morphine, man.
All right, so welcome to the show, Intern Kyle.
Yeah,
Okay,
don't mix pain meds with beer, bro.
There you go. Joining us here, he's a part of the Gauntlet, so we know he's interested in what Brink Johnson's doing. We're also curious on his opinion. He's the former Pure Heart champion, the Storyteller. And joining us here, we always love to have her class and charm here. We always love to have a lady's opinion here on The Pulse. Please welcome Mary Sue.
Miss Mary Sue, how do you do?
Howdy, boys.
And also joining us here, we never know what this guy's going to say. We never know what this guy's going to do, but whatever he does, it's always something a little devious and a little deceptive. He is the villain. Everybody, welcome to the show. Oh,
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Oh, Mary Sue's in the house. You got your fan here, Mary Sue. Oh,
Hi.
so let's go over the matches here first, and then we'll talk about a few of them specific. I mentioned Hollywood Haywood taking on Damian Cross, the champion. Hollywood's defending his title. Hodgson versus Negan Al Ghul in the number one contender for that match. That will take place on July 22nd. So the winner of that match is the number one contender in July. We've got Mary Sue taking on The Purge. We got the American Roughneck and Heathen. Heathen losing his number one contender triple threat. You know he's coming out for blood. Maverick taking on the Young Gun. Bojack Grizz and Dax Snow in a potential gauntlet match. And the Heavy Metal Maniac returning, taking on Mad Dog. So that's the match I'd like to start with first, Intern Kyle. Heavy Metal Maniac and the Mad Dog. What's your research told us about this match?
Well, from what I hear, dude, is that Heavy Metal Maniac, he's coming with some fire. He just got off probation and stuff, right? And he said he's gonna neuter Mad Dog because Mary Sue didn't really get her chance, but that's okay. I'm not blaming you, Mary Sue. You did the best you could. I think Heavy Metal Maniac gonna drop some heavy metal, high construction steel beams and stuff, bro.
Yeah, well, the mysterious backstage attacker got to the Heavy Metal Maniac last time he's supposed to face Mad Dog, and we hadn't seen him since. So we're going to find out what's going on with that. Let's talk to the Storyteller. You actually know Heavy Metal Maniac. You kind of helped mold his career and his young career. What's your thoughts on this match?
Well, he needed to tie some time away to heal after that attack by the backstage attacker. and he needed some time to grow, I think. And I speak to him periodically, and we always knew that the return was on the horizon. And I think you're going to see a more seasoned heavy metal maniac. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people.
All right. Well, we know when he first came in here, he surprised some people. He made his into the second round of the Pure Heart tournament, so he surprised some people. Mary Sue, what's your thoughts on this match? I know you've just faced Mad Dog. You're familiar what he can do.
I just hope Heavy Metal Maniac actually brings it, because Mad Dog is good.
Yes, he is. All right. And Villain, your thoughts?
Honestly, I think Heavy Metal Maniac, if he's gonna make a statement, he has to come out strong. He's been gone for a while. He's got to come out and pretty much make people remember who he was from before he left. I know when he left, it was not on the highest of terms, like he was on this amazing winning streak, but at least people knew who he was. So I'm hoping that he comes out strong. But because we all know what Mad Dog's gonna do. It's just a big dog that's gonna give you a lot of bite. It's just can storyteller. Heavy Metal Maniac actually take him.
All right. Well, I'm curious on this one. I agree with you, storyteller. I hope we see a more seasoned and more experienced Heavy Metal Maniac coming out. I know you even faced him in a musical challenge match, and he did a really good job against an excellent musician. I'm going to put you over a little bit. You're an excellent musician. So I'm curious to see that one. I think it's going to be a pretty good match. And intern Kyle, did you get a chance to sneak into the Promo Domus's office and see if he had any notes on them?
Yeah, I did, but it was kind of hard to see what they were because there was so much glaze from the donuts and there was a jelly smear. But I kind of made out something like Heavy Metal Dog, and that was pretty much it. I don't even think he really wrote anything. He's been in the gym a lot. I don't know what he's been doing. He said he's been doing some free weights or something. I really think he's just been, taking a bite of a candy bar, put it down, grab a milkshake, take a sip, put it down. That's just kind of what he does. You know what I mean? But as far as notes, he's definitely trying to pay attention. But right now he's not in analyst mode. He's in promo mode. So he's trying to meditate and do some stuff like that. Yeah. So he's kind of lacking at his job right now.
I gotcha. I understand. We've got someone else here who just came in, and I'd like to get his thoughts on this. We're going to put over his favorite phrase because every time this phrase gets mentioned, someone buys something. Buy his merch. Mussolini.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's boss time, so you know what that means.
So some merch.
Intern Kyle, how you feeling, brother?
Dude, it's great, man. They got me so much morphine. I can't even feel nothing, bro. This is awesome. And the alcohol helps a lot. I'm seeing 4 things of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, boss, we discussed the first match, the returning Heavy Metal Maniac taking on Mad Dog. What's your thoughts on this match?
So it's gonna be an interesting match. Because the last time we seen Heavy Metal Maniac, we didn't. So, and after Mad Dog's last match, I think he got a little bit that he feel like he need to redeem himself on. So I think with a little fire in his gut, and the feeling that somebody pissed in his puppy chow, Mad Dog gonna come out with the win.
Okay. I think it's going to be a tight match here. And this one I want to discuss here. I think this is going to be a really interesting match. This is a huge difference in styles here. This one is the #1 contender for the Soulfire on July 22nd. That is Hodgson taking on Negan Al Ghul. I think this one's like I said, this is the Madhouse taking on Hodgson. Intern Kyle, what's your research say on this one?
Well, from what I've researched, Negan, he's scary. Like he's super scary, man. Like his little madhouse thing. I went there one time. You know what I found? A whole bunch of white walls with black and purple spray paint all over it. And all he was doing was spray painting his name everywhere. So maybe he just tried to remember his name. I don't know. But Hodgson, I can't really find the guy. Like, everybody has a file like this thick, right? And Hodgson has like one piece of paper. So I don't know nothing about the guy. So I have to say that I think Negan, Al Ghul, Al Gore, whatever his name is, I think he's going to totally hurt this Hodgson dude. Like, totally. Like, Hodgson ain't got a chance, man.
All right, storytelling. You're familiar with Negan from your time together in another universe, as often as it's called.
Mhm.
What's your thoughts on Hodgson and Negan Al Ghul?
Is that what he's calling himself this week? Okay. Negan Al Ghul, Hodgson. Hodgson, he surprised me with his match against Half Past Black. That was some good stuff. And it's always a good day in my house when Negan loses, so I'm going to go with Hodgson.
All righty. Mary Sue, what is your thoughts?
I like both their styles, to be honest. So I can't really choose. So I'm going to have to pass on this one.
All right. So, Villain, your thoughts?
Honestly, it's going to be whoever sits there and actually brings the fire the most. Both are very talented at what they do. To me, it's going to come down to the intensity. Who's going to have the most intensity at the end?
Very true, very true. And Boss, I know you're familiar with both of these people here. So what's your thoughts on this match?
Hodgson's a very intense competitor. And he has some fire behind him. But if paying attention to the last match, those people who claim that they're from the dark side seem to get a little bit up under Hodson's skin. So if Negan can have intensity and still show that he's from the dark side, I'm gonna go with the person at the door, and that's probably Negan. So let him in.
Very nice, very nice. On this one here, I agree. It's really close. I'm going to say, well, I don't know who's going to win. Negan Al Ghul faced off against the Hodge and Haywood connection in a match, so he's familiar with Hodgson. But at the same time, the possibility of Hollywood Haywood possibly facing his tag team partner, I find that very interesting. So I actually would love to see both of them win somehow, because I'd like to see Negan get that revenge from the tag match against the Hodge and Haywood connection, but I'd also like to see those two guys implode. So that's my thoughts on that one. And next, this hasn't been officially signed, so I can't go into too much detail yet, but I want to ask, we've got somebody who's just about to sign their contract to become the newest member of Heart and Soul Promotions. So I'd like you guys to play a little guessing game and see if you can, maybe if you think you have some ideas, who might be joining Heart and Soul Promotions here in the next few weeks. And we'll go backwards because I know intern Kyle's been doing a lot of research. So, Boss, we'll start with you.
A person that could be joining Heart and Soul real soon. It's not fair because there's always one name that's always going to be in my mind, because I always got a brother on deck. There's always a shot caller in the and the wings. So it could be my brother, BA Bad Superman. And having somebody like him on the roster would be amazing. But I'm not sure if that's the person that they're looking at. So I'm just gonna say I abstain.
All righty. Villain, what's your underworld told you?
I keep hearing that there's this guy named John Stevens who is
you can't see him.
Who's trying to make a name for himself. So we'll see.
All right. And Mary Sue, your womanly guile, have you picked up anything?
No, I have to say I haven't, and I'm not even going to attempt to guess because I'm not good at guessing games.
All right. Storyteller, have you heard anything?
Well, I mean, I've read some things. I've I search online, and it could be anybody. I heard through the grapevine that CM Punk might make an appearance. I also heard through the grapevine that Jake the Snake might be showing some interest. So,
not the Snake.
Yeah, you didn't hear that one?
I hate snakes.
Well, that's what I heard. So, it could be anybody. Could be anybody.
All right. And intern Kyle, I know you and Brick were working closely hand in hand on this one.
Well,
You were holding Brick's hand.
phone calls, and I can tell you this. I know that the talent part of HSP, they have reached out to Bad Superman. They've reached out to John Cena, which he didn't call back. They reached out to Randy Orton, and he didn't call back either. They even reached out to Chris Jericho, but I blocked him because, screw that dude, right? I heard that one of the shot callers and current champion, A-List Alberson, I heard that his second cousin twice removed, B-List Bergeron, he might be coming in, dude.
B-List Bergeron. Oh, God.
Right. Well, all I can say is I hope this contract gets signed soon, but until the contract's officially signed, unfortunately, we can't say anything. I just wanted to see what you guys were thinking on that one. But we're going to find out soon on that one. So let's talk about one more match here since she's here. We'll start with her. Mary Sue taking on the Purge. You're finishing your European tour.
That's what I was just about to say. I'm finishing off the European tour, and I'm going to get that win just because Little Captain beat me. I have to beat Purge just to even it out.
I like the sound of that. Intern Kyle, how do you feel about this match?
Well, I'm going to make a bold prediction there. Mr. Mayhem, bro. All right. So, I really think that Mary Sue can definitely win. Because Mary Sue's bad with the ball, right? But whether she wins or loses, I think she's going to hold Purge down and shave his head. Yeah, because she's that bad, man.
All right. Storyteller.
Purge and Mary Sue. They're both strong competitors. They both got their own unique styles. And Purge is all over the promo universe. So I think it'd be a hard hill for Mary Sue to climb, but shoot, I think she's up to the task.
All right. I think so too. I just want to say that we want to congratulate the Purge after a long time out of the ring. Purge, by the way, is a professional wrestler in Germany. He just recently returned to the ring after the long layoff of the pandemic. Congratulations to Purge for getting a shot back in the ring.
Nice.
Mussolini. Mary Sue versus
I don't know what you would do if you didn't put your money on Mary Sue. But one thing Purge doesn't know is I heard through the grapevine that Mary Sue is fluent in German. So she'll be able to call out the bull crap that Purge be trying to do when he does his German switch over. And I heard she's pretty good at doing makeup, so she might be able to help him put that face up and make him look like a real person.
Well, is she good with wigs, so we can get rid of that?
So I'm going with Mary Sue.
All righty. Villain, you're very, very quiet today.
You asleep?
Oh, no. Usually he's a little more. Are you planning something, or are you just thinking on this? I mean, usually you're a little more upbeat than this.
I'm a little upset, and it's not fair to you guys. I'm upset because I still have not heard from Riggs' representation on if he's going to be there at that show. And it's upsetting because I thought he wanted the main event. I thought he wanted everything that I gave him. And yet, apparently, so far, it doesn't feel like he's up to the task.
I see, yeah, and just we're still waiting to hear from Riggs representation as well. I know Dr. Perpendicular has been reaching out to Riggs representation and has been trying to figure something out here. Intern Kyle, I know you're sort of know Dr. Perpendicular a little bit, so I would like to know, have you heard anything through the grapevine or overheard any conversations about what's going on with Riggs?
I mean, yeah, competition because he's he brought it up, but he was painting Aunt Karen's toenails and stuff, and they were doing like mushy talk, and like I'm not about that. But if Villain would wait just a minute, I can run down the hall and see a Perpendicular's in his office, bro, and he can come and talk to you if you like.
I've been waiting.
We don't want to put Dr. Perpendicular out if he's working on something.
Oh, no. He's just cooking tortellini.
Go get Dr. Perpendicular.
Okay. I'll go get him. I'll be back in a moment, bro.
All right.
Interesting.
So while he's taking care of that, I guess we'll take a really go ahead, sir.
So to your question about Purge versus Mary Sue. Mary Sue is gonna beat him. I'm still surprised that Purge can actually promo and get wins when you can barely understand the words that come out of his mouth. So I'm going to have to go with the unpredictability of Mary Sue.
All righty. And so while we're waiting to see if they come back, let's take a quick moment here. Prince Blackheart had a couple of words he wanted to say, so we'll bring Prince Blackheart on. This is recorded previously.
HSP. It's me, Prince Blackheart. Okay, I know I haven't got to match this card, but that don't mean that I ain't watching closely. That don't mean that I am going to be on the sidelines, because guarantee I will put myself in the next event. I will put myself in the next show, and I will show up, show out, and dominate whoever I come up against. Because that's what royalty does. And just a friendly word of advice to whoever my opponent will be. I am ready. And I am watching, and I am putting whoever comes in my way, in my crosshairs, and I will verbally assassinate whoever I need to get what is rightfully mine.
So
perfect timing. Dr. Perpendicular back. Villain.
So Mayhem, can I answer this for Mr. Prince Blackheart?
Sure.
If Prince Blackheart wants a match for the next card, as long as I don't have a match either, I will be glad to put him back in his place and take him off that soapbox he's standing on.
All right. Well, I can say Prince Blackheart has submitted several open challenges. The championship committee is looking to pair that up, and we'll find out here in the next. Hopefully, by next week, we'll find out Prince Blackheart's who he'll be facing, and maybe it'll be Villain, maybe it will be somebody else. All I can say is we always like to have Prince Blackheart on the screen. So, Dr. Perpendicular, glad to have you here, and apparently. Karen's toenails were a little dangerous. You had to wear some eye protection and ear protection there. So,
well, no, not exactly. What it is it was a role-playing game that we had going on, actually.
I see. So I'm not going to play mediator here. Villain, you can speak directly to Dr. Perpendicular.
So what's going on with Rig? What's taking him so long to say yes or no? I gave him everything he asked for.
The best answer I can give you, sir, from what he has told me, is you just wait till the show time, and you'll have your answer there, sir. In other words, you just show up, and you'll get your answer. You don't have to be pressuring people for an answer. This is Heart and Souls. We teach patience here. We need you to be patient. You just show up, okay? And you'll have your answer at the show, sir.
Okay, then.
So what you're saying is he has to first check, make sure he has a few things down south, that he didn't leave them in somebody's purse or backstage in Tin Man's locker or on your desk.
I'll get y'all in the window, sir. I promise you. You will have your answer the night of the show. I will stake that degree right back there on the wall on it. You will have an answer, sir.
If I do not like my answer, you best be sure we will be having a talk.
Ooh, a talk.
Oh, I'm so scared of a talk. I was captain of a debate team. I could talk all day. You should hear my girlfriend Karen talk. Talk. I could talk with all the best of them. We could talk all day. Matter of fact, we could have a thumb war and have this discussion over a thumb war if you would like to. Mr. Darth Vader looking sucker there. You just be patient.
This coming from the guy that looks like the Black Knight from Monty Python.
It's called role playing. So.
Come back here, I'll bite your legs off. We are no longer the knights who say knee. We are the knights who say icky, 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 bung, hoy, knee. Wow. So
this is kind of evolved quickly. Sorry about that, Villain. Is there anything else you'd like to say to Dr. Perpendicular or Dr. Perpendicular? Anything else you'd like to say to the Villain?
That's all you had to say? That's all you had to say? Of course that's all you had to say. You don't even say much in your promo matches, much less anything to me. So if that's all you got to say, I've got to get back to my tortellini.
All righty then.
Thank you, Dr. Perpendicular. And too much information, but thank you.
All right, then. Well, you know.
All right.
know.
So I guess, well, we got you guys here. Let's talk about Prince Blackheart. Billy, you already seem interested in shutting him up. Storyteller, what's your thoughts? I know you faced him before. You're familiar with his mental attack and his verbal attack.
Yes, I remember him and I went on a little adventure in October, and we studied a history of horror, and that culminated in a live match where I won the Pure Heart title. So I think I've proven everything I need to prove when it comes to Prince Blackheart. You know, I'm always about those new stories, so have at it, villain. Do your best being quiet and causing dead air and having me to carry the shows because of your silence, you know.
Well, you are the first champ. You're the longest reigning champ. We always love having you on here. So I want to go one more thought process here for you. You're in the gauntlet match. You're facing off with 7 other people in there. Obviously, you think you're going to win, and I don't want to insult your intelligence on that. But who are some of the people you think are going to be the toughest people to get past in the gauntlet? Because it's 3 minutes live. And the way it will work, just to explain so everybody's tracking, the 8 names are in here, in the hats. The first name drawn will go first in the first opening part against name number 2. 3 minutes, and then the judges will message us an up or down vote. 2 winning votes, you move on. There is no ties. And then the next name drawn immediately goes with their 3 minutes. So that's every name drawn after the first group, that person drawn automatically starts until we have all matches through. So who are some of the people you see as being the most challenging competition? Besides the dead man who just joined us.
Well, I mean, Tin Man.
Names, so you're tracking everybody.
Yeah. It's such a unique type of match. It's kind of hard to strategize for because you don't know who you're going to come up with. You know who you're going to come up against. So what do? Come up with a 3-minute promo for each and every one of them. At least that's going to be my strategy. I think Roughneck will probably give me some trouble. I lost his Pure Heart title to the guy, so you know he can beat anybody on any given day. Dax Snow, I have some history there, you know. Tin Man.
So let me give you the full name so you've got everybody here. The winners are the people moving on. Dax Snow, Young Gun Steve Faison, yourself, the American Roughneck, Bojack Grizz, Tin Man, Sir Captain, and because of injury to intern Kyle, the board has decided to put Brick Johnson in there since he was in that match instead of trying to pick someone else. So the last one is the Promo Damas, Brick Johnson.
I mean, they're all strong competitors, but I think the ones that could potentially give me trouble are the ones I stated. Sir Captain, you know, maybe he's not on my level. Hate to put it bluntly, but I just did. Dax Snow could give me trouble. American Roughneck could give me trouble. Tin Man could give me trouble. But I don't see anyone else on that list giving me any trouble. I mean, well, Bojack Grizz potentially, but only because I haven't done some research. But now I know who to go and research. So, I mean, I'm a proven commodity. I've been in these kind of situations before. I mean, I like my odds.
All righty.
I like my odds.
And sorry about that. And Tin Man, it looks like you're in training right now. So looks like you want to run the gauntlet almost. Who are some of the people you think will be your toughest competition?
I think the only toughest competition that I'm going to see in that gauntlet probably is going to be the Storyteller because I have lost to him. I did lose a title match to him. Dax Snow ain't that big of a deal. He's good, but he's not great. Bojack Grizz, he's new. So he's going to hit the ground real quick. I've already beaten Roughneck more times than I can tell. Well, once or twice maybe. He's not going to be an issue. None of them people are going to be a real issue, except maybe the storyteller. But I tell you what, I tell you who I wish was in the gauntlet. And it's not intern Kyle because he's an idiot. But I really wish the villain was in that gauntlet. I really wish he was. Because I would totally beat that hood right off your head, snatch it off the back of your neck, and stuff it down your damn throat. Because for someone that's so quiet, you sure have had a whole hell of a lot to say. I wish he was in that match. I wish Rick Johnson would give his spot up and give it to the villain. I wish everyone would get their spot up to the villain because I would beat him all 7 times.
All right, villain, I'll give you a chance to respond.
I'm not going to respond to what Tim Man just said, but I will admit the 3 men that are probably going to be at the end of that gauntlet will be Roughneck, Storyteller, Tin Man, and not in that order.
All
Yeah.
right. So
Storyteller, and then everybody else doesn't matter.
Tin Man.
So villain, I guess, of those 3, who do you see going on to the Champion Showcase to face A-List Alverson?
It could be any one of them, honestly. Tin Man obviously shows that he is legendary. He could pretty much come out of nowhere, hit you with that right hook. You're done. Nobody can tell a story like the storyteller. And you never know what you're going to get from American Roughneck. So it's just going to come down to who's on their game. But Tin Man, you will see me sometime, hopefully in the near future. I tried to be a part of that gauntlet after, I didn't want to, and then you started running your mouth a little bit last time, and then made me feel bad that I didn't put all my effort against Sir Captain. I tried. I tried crawling back in defeat, saying, "Hey, I want in so I can go against Tin Man, shut him up for good." But obviously, the championship committee is watching out for both of us because they see dollar signs in that match. So,
all right. And I do want to point out, I'm sorry that the way the booking of this has just turned out that way. Tin Man, Storyteller, you guys are working twice that show. Do you think it's going to affect you going into the gauntlet?
No, I don't think so. Because it's two different beasts. You know?
Okay, yeah, by the way, for those who are not paying attention, the Legendary Story are taking on the Highway Hellraisers for the tag team titles, also on that 26th show. Big match.
Big match.
The Highway Hellraisers is simply just going to be a warm-up match for the gauntlet.
Yep.
That's all it's going to be.
All right.
Prediction. This isn't going to be a prediction. This is going to be a spoiler. As much as right now I disagree with Tin Man's outlook on things, the Legendary Story will be the tag team champions going into the gauntlet.
And I think you need to zip your lips like you zip up that hoodie.
With his fingers?
I don't see zippers, sir.
Oh, because you're lazy. That's why you didn't make it in the gauntlet.
Honestly, what did I have to prove against Sir Captain? I didn't have anything to prove. It proved that even me giving half-ass effort, I still almost beat him. What was there? Honestly, what did I have to prove? I didn't have to prove anything.
It doesn't matter if you had to prove something or if you did have to prove something. The fact is, you didn't prove anything.
Nope.
At all. You haven't proven a damn thing yet, except you can run your mouth on this point and you can sit there and be quiet on this point. You haven't proven anything. You're inconsistent. I'm unpredictable, but you're inconsistent. I haven't seen anything consistent out of you. What kind of villain are you? Okay? How are you going to take over this promo world as a villain when you're not that good of a villain? You're not evil. You're evil. I mean, what do you think you're doing? You're a villain trying to take over the promo world? You're just pinky in the brain. That's all you're doing. You try to take over the world. You try to take over the promo world and make everybody think you're sitting there pulling strings and then doing all the little puppet stuff. You're not doing anything. So either run your mouth and back what you say or shut the hell up.
All right, lace them up against me and we'll see what happens.
I'm ready. Come on.
Well, I know the championship committee is watching and would love to see this match. I can tell you that for sure. So
but the championship committee is protecting him by not letting me into that gauntlet after Kyle somehow got injured.
You need some protection every time you walk out of your house, and that's SPF 50 with your pale ass.
So, Storyteller, I know that's your tag team partner, but we also know you're a man of honesty and integrity. Villain versus Tin Man. One, would you like to see it? And two, who do you think has the advantage?
I mean, obviously, Tin Man. I mean, if Villain can't muster up enough gumption to put his heart and soul into a Heart and Soul promotion, then what the hell business do you have being on our screens anyway? Why are you going to disrespect this art form, and this company by giving it your half best, by going half-ass on something? Okay, that's not what we do in HSP. It's in the name, Heart and Soul or nothing. So you have no excuses, Villain. You can sit there and be quiet and pout and moan and whine and nobody gets you. Okay, I get it. You're emo, whatever. But you lost to Sir Captain because you didn't give it your full effort.
Championship committee, I hope you listen to this. I would be glad to take on two of the best in the HSP so I can show them what I'm really capable of. 2-on-1.
I have nothing to prove. You're the one with something to prove. So prove to me that you have something to prove, and then maybe we can prove something. Because all I see right now is a pouting child.
All right.
And that's not worth my time.
This has definitely been a very engaging and entertaining show. About time for us to start wrapping it up here. So I want to go with final thoughts. And Villain, you just took a little bit of abuse from the Storyteller. Your response, any final thoughts, and your chance to give a little abuse back.
Nah.
Said no, no comments?
No comment.
All right. Tin Man Storyteller, it's a tag team. You guys can decide who's going first. Final thoughts.
Age before beauty, sir.
All right, then. Got a tall order to fill. But I think I'm up to the task. I'll win with my partner. We'll become the tag team champions. And then I'll win the gauntlet. And I'll go on to face A-List Alverson, and you can call me Storyteller 2 Belts. You know, right. I'm ready for this. The Hellraisers have been on my hit list for a long time. That's going to be a knockdown, drag out, and I'm holding nothing back because I want those tag team titles more than I've wanted anything besides my children and the Pure Heart title the first time I went for it. So it's all on the line. And I'm ready for it. And I'm up to the task. And the legendary story will have the last word.
All right. Tin Man.
The show is going to be wonderful. Both shows are going to be great. I have been waiting for this chance with the Highway Hellraisers. Rick does have one win against me. This will technically be my first time going against the Heathen, and I'm going to love it. Whether you're the villain being all dark and secretive, or you're Prince Blackheart without the gray. Always remember, when you come into Heart and Souls, you need to actually have heart, and you need to give everything you got in your soul when you don't do something. Don't be like the lazy loser villain. Put everything you've got into it. And for everybody competing in the gauntlet, get ready, because when the Tin Man's name comes up, you and everybody else behind me is going to go down, and I will give you a thumbs up. And even pat you on the shoulder and say, good job. At least you made an effort. When I walk out of the gauntlet and go on to the tag championship, and I win the tag championship, I'm going to walk out of the gauntlet, and I am going to go on, and I am going to face the champion. And I'm going to take that championship belt. And if you think that what I'm saying is just a little rash, well, I've got something for you. And you can rub it all over if you don't like it. The Tin Man has spoken.
And with that, thank you very much to Villain, Storyteller, Tin Man. Thank you very much for joining us. Also, thank you to Mary Sue and Bossolini. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to see you on the next show. Buy their merch.